So this woman is from Zimbabwe, married to a man from Nigeria. Both of them lived together in America and had 3 children. She said, "My husband people never wanted him to marry me. They hate me, they never wanted him to marry me. Maybe they want him to marry somebody from Nigeria or whatever. So when I lost my husband, because I had nobody from his family that I communicate with very well, so because of it, I decided to bury my husband here in America, and I buried him already. So one of my husband brother continued calling me, trying to convince me so I will come back to Nigeria with my children. People that never accepted me when my husband was still alive are now calling me that they want to see me now. I already lost my husband. And they even said, even if you already buried your husband in America, there are still process and some steps to go for him in Nigeria. So if you really love him, come back to Nigeria. Let's do a proper burial for him." And I cannot trust them enough and travel to Nigeria because they never accepted me when my husband was still alive. I feel like it's all the benefits. That's why they are calling me, because of all the benefits. Because my husband saved a lot of money, and they knew it that my husband is very rich, and because of the children, the 3 boys. The money my husband saved is capable of changing 500 people's life there in Africa, in his hometown. The money my husband saved is capable of changing 500 people's life. 500 people from his community. The money he saved is capable of changing their lives. And I believe they have idea. But they are not going to get $1. And they are not going to see my husband's children. I am their mother. Since they did not accept me, that is their mother, they can never accept my children. When my husband was about to get married to me, one of his uncles that lived here in America with us told him not to marry me. Instead, let him travel to Nigeria and look for a woman and marry from Nigeria. That his uncle told him that instead of him to marry a woman from Zimbabwe, that he better marry a woman from Nigeria or marry a white woman. The truth is that my husband doesn't know that I speak Yoruba and I speak Igbo. I speak Yoruba 80% and I speak Igbo 100%. We are from Zimbabwe. We lived and grew in Lagos. From there, we moved to America. So Nigeria is part of my home. Nigeria is my second home. So I lived in Nigeria for many years before me and my family moved from Nigeria to America. So I never ever allowed my husband to know that I speak Igbo. I never ever allowed my husband to know that I speak Yoruba. And that makes me to understand how much my husband loved me. Because anytime he have any discussion with his family, he continued defending me and he continued protecting me. And he continued saying things that will make his family to love me. But they never ever want to listen to him or try to even understand him or even try to support what my husband wanted. When my husband lost his father, we all went to Nigeria. We went to Nigeria together, me, my husband, and my 3 children. When my husband was about traveling to his village, he convinced me to stay in a hotel inside town. I stayed in a hotel inside town, and my husband took my 3 children and traveled down to his village. They stayed there for so many hours and they returned. I spent 3 weeks in Nigeria without seeing my husband people, without meeting a single person from my husband's family. A woman that already have 3 children for you people. Still, they did not accept me. So when I lost my husband, I picked up my husband's phone. I called his people. When I called one of his brother and his brother picked, I told him that we already lost your brother. And he was like, okay, no problem. We are going to make arrangements, so we'll bring him back to Nigeria and also bring his children and now know how to handle everything he made. I was like, what do you mean his children and everything he made? He said he is a man and he's from a respected tribe in Nigeria, that as long as he lived his life, married and have children, then since he's gone like this, that they are supposed to make sure they bring back his children and bring back his properties, if possible, half or all of them. I told them immediately that I'm bringing back nothing, that I already buried their brother, and they did not accept me when their brother was still alive, and I am not sure they will accept me now. And my children cannot travel to Nigeria without me. And I am not ready to travel to Nigeria because that same place they want me to come happened to be a place that you people told my husband never ever to bring me. And his brother continued convincing me, telling me that if I arrive in Nigeria in Lagos, that they will come and pick me and take me to the hometown, that nothing will happen to me. If I want, once I arrive in Lagos, that I should get police officers to secure me or whatever, but they will promise me that nothing will happen to me, that I need to do something for them, bring those children so those children will see their home and know their home, spend time with them and know them very well. I told them I can never do that. The only thing I would do is to always let those children know, my children know they are from Nigeria and they are from so tribe in Nigeria. So anytime they decide, maybe they grow up and they decide to go back home, they will always have a place to go. Because I don't know how to accept people that never accepted me or trust people that never accepted me. People that told my husband never ever to bring me to their village. But since I lost my husband, something continued happening to me. I already had 6 accidents. And one thing that continued happening to me is that I will sleep inside and wake up outside. This thing sometimes happens to me 2 times a week, 3 times a week. I don't used to take alcohol, so there is nothing that will make me to go and lie down outside and sleep outside. So I'm always aware that I sleep inside. But waking up outside is something that I cannot really explain. I live here in Los Angeles. I already talked to so many people from Nigeria. I told them about this experience. And some of them advised me to take my husband back to Nigeria and bury him. How will I take my husband that I already buried back to Nigeria? How will I do that? They advised and advised and advised to the extent that I picked my husband's clothes and everything, how they directed me. I picked it. I traveled with my children to Lagos. I went to Lagos. I buried my husband's clothes in Lagos. Because I noticed that in my dream, my husband always asked me to take him home. And my children too, they would dream and see where they are living in that my husband's hometown, in that village, where my husband took them when he was still alive. So they always wake up to tell me they see themselves in that place with those people gathering them. This thing I am telling you that I always wake up outside, this thing already happened to me more than 20-something times since I lost my husband, and I don't know what to do about it. I cannot continue going to bed inside and I will wake up outside. I wake up with the cover clothes that I used to cover my body, with my hair, everything, my clothes and everything, and even the pillow. Honestly, at this point, I am really scared. I used to be a strong woman that never believed anything can hurt me or pull me down, but at this level, I am scared. I don't want to lose my life, because if I lose my life, I know that definitely my children will belong to the government automatically. I always want to live and remind my children that they are from Africa. So, Truth, please, I want you to help me out. Honestly, I don't know, but I think I will think about helping this woman. But one thing I want to say is that I know that so many men are living in America and they don't know how to take their children back home. And they cannot bring those children back home because those children already told them, pop and plain, we don't want to travel to Nigeria. So now I am encouraging you, that is a man from Nigeria, to do something. Anything possible that you can do, do it and take your children to Nigeria. And for all of you that are living outside Nigeria that are suffering, and you prefer to live there and continue suffering instead of you to travel back home, remove the shame. If it's not working for you there, travel back home, travel to Nigeria, go and start a life for yourself. I want you all that live outside the country to get that word slavery, define it to the last. Get that word slavery, define it to the last. When you define it to the last, any truth you tell yourself, listen to it, see it as advice. Understand one thing, no matter how ugly your home is, home remains home. And I am very sure that your heart can never be at rest unless you miss that your home.